All right, so good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
You are my students. Hello, my chickies. Right? Okay, so welcome to Situating Ferguson Part 2. We're very excited, right? The first part was on October 22nd, and we had a really good turnout. But in light of the recent events, particularly, the lack of an indictment, and also, right, locally we're waiting for an indictment, right? What's the case we're waiting for an indictment for? Eric Garner, which supposedly, I heard it's supposed to be announced today, right? But all over the country, right, there are different demonstrations, there are people voicing their protests, and so we thought it appropriate to open up the floor to you guys to express yourselves, right, and to, maybe voice yourselves as well. Since Mike Brown was killed, there have been 14 young people of color who have been killed by police officers, right? Since then, it's been Tamir Rice, Karen Tillman among them, and also Kai Gurley, right, who was killed in the Bronx, coming out of a stairwell by a Ruby cop, all unarmed, right? So this is a problem that, the way Sophia Dawson said, right, it's always existed. Right? And people are fed up, so we want to hear your opinions. We're going to have some awesome original work being performed today. I'm going to open up the event, not with original work. I'm not that original, I'm not that creative, which is why I admire, you creative types. But I want to start off with this poem by my favorite poet, Langston Hughes. And it's called Who But the Lord, and I'm going to have some a cappella accompaniment. Are you ready? I looked and I saw that a man they call the law, he was coming down the street at me. I had visions in my head of being laid out cold and dead, or else murdered by the third degree. I said, oh Lord, if you can, save me from this man. Don't let him make a pope out of me. But the Lord, he was not quick. The Lord raised up his stick and beat the living hell out of me. Now I do not understand why God don't protect the man from police brutality. Being poor and black, I have no weapon to strike back. So who but the Lord can protect me? We will see. We have our first performance, freestyle because he wrote it like 10 minutes ago. Please welcome Melvin. Milton. Ooh, Milton. They know, I get names wrong.
Okay. How you guys doing? So I just decided to preface this piece because it kind of went off tangent a little bit. I got really creative. So it's a piece that takes place during 3 different time periods, about 10 years apart from each other. The first is somewhere between the year 2018 and 2023. I should be about 30, 35 years old. And my 5-year-old son or daughter, I just say son because that's what I prefer. Like, I want a son, but if I have a daughter, I'm cool with that too. Having him or her after a while perpetually achieving my goals, staying alive with the woman of my dreams, of course. And yes, she does exist. Like all of those cures for all of those diseases, she just hasn't been discovered yet. Living my dreams, not like a poor excuse for a cliche in a spoken word piece. I'm talking to real McCoy. And spreading love as well as falling in it and with it. He walks by a sheriff toy set at the 99-cent store. I just bought a payday earlier this morning, and I figured if candy was $1 today, by the time I have a 5-year-old kid, the 99-cent store would be the $99.99 store. So I figured at this rate, that's what would be that situation. And anyways, the toy pack came with, the obvious, with the sheriff's badge, bolo or bola necktie, it's like a shoestring necktie with those decorative metal tips, and a toy gun. And I tell him that if we decided to purchase this toy set, we cannot play with the gun because it was bad luck. Me knowing to myself that I'm not even superstitious. I just knew that deep down inside, I knew I was scared ever since that cop shot and killed a 12-year-old boy back in 2014, somewhere in Cleveland for having a fake gun. I couldn't shake that one fear. So we purchased the sheriff toy set and threw out the gun and decided that we would disarm culprits with our highly developed mental powers, which became aware to us through enlightenment from the supreme being of the universe. I know the kid's got quite an imagination. I wonder where he gets it from. Anyways, 10 years later, I'm 40 to 45 years old, and my little boy is between the ages of 10 and 15. It's his first payday from his first summer job, and he shows up to his celebration dinner with a stack of money stuffed in his pocket. And I tell him, don't ever be a sitting duck when you can fly higher than an eagle and get a girl that'll sing for you like Bette Midler. He didn't really get the reference, but anyway, let's get you a money clip, I tell him. He asks, why not a wallet? I told him, pulling out a wallet is bad luck, and I'm not even superstitious. I just knew that deep down inside, I knew I was scared ever since those 5 cops shot and killed that 23-year-old immigrant from Guinea, who was shot and killed by 5 cops back in 1998, somewhere in the Bronx for pulling out his wallet. I couldn't shake that one fear, so we purchased the money clip. 10 years later, I'm 50 or 55 years old, and my boy has grown up to be a 25-year-old young man who is engaged and gives me a call for some advice the morning of his wedding. After giving him the perfect advice, he tells me all his groomsmen are going to travel in one car. I told him they should split up in groups and pull out the coupes, because it's bad luck to ride in a crowded car on your wedding day, and I'm not even superstitious. I just knew that deep down inside, I knew I was scared ever since those 5 cops shot and killed that 20-year-old man who was getting married that day in Queens somewhere. Couldn't shake that one fear that kills all parents slowly. The one fear of having to deal with the pain of burying your sequel, knowing that he's supposed to watch your movie end first. That one fear that a toy, wallet, or passenger count in a vehicle could kill my son. After the wedding, my son comes to me and says, hey Bob, I know this sounds like a random question, but I've spent my whole life following your footsteps, taking your advice on how to be a man, how to think critically, because most are driven by search engines and everything on the internet isn't real. Just because it exists doesn't make it true. How to seek and discover knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of self before knowledge of financial wealth, because without that, I'd always be broke. And to fix my eyes to look straight into the window of anyone who tries to apply the key of communication to the lock of my temple I call home, which is my mind, body, soul, that I must always protect like a newborn, with no fear. But I'm 25 now and just got married, and all I can think about is how in the world of mine I've been raised by such a righteous man who has given me such awareness to all my blessings has chosen to lie. After equipping me with a sober and vigilant, turn the other cheek, but stand firm against any opposition, mental position. After equipping me with the insight to the outside, after all, you choose to lie. Knowing damn well that everyone is born with a scale for which to place upon any and everything life deals you, and know without a doubt whether it's right or wrong, true or false, good or bad. You see, I knew ever since that sheriff's toy said 20 years ago that you weren't superstitious. You told me yourself. But I went with it thinking to myself, somewhere 10, 15 years down the line, it'll make sense, like many of the enlightening life lessons you gave me that sank in slowly. But it still doesn't. And after all these years, even on my wedding day, you choose to lie. Lying to my son, lying to myself. I lied all these years because I knew that the moment my son realized all the sad truths about our country, states, cities, boroughs, hoods, and blocks, which led, fed, and deaded my life through fear, enough fear to lie, it would kill him.
Milton, that was amazing, right? I know. Did you notice who he was referring to? Tamir Rice, Sean Bell, Amadou Diallo? Amazing. That was amazing, amazing work. Thank you so much. And now we have Fernando.
Hello. How's everybody doing? My name is Fernando Acevedo, and I'm going to be performing some beatboxing for you guys today. Don't let the blazer fool you. Gets it in. Now, is it pop? Can you guys hear me good back there?
Yes.
All right, cool. It goes like this. Hi. Right side, make some noise. Let's do one more. It's about to get grimy up in here. Hope you guys are ready. It goes like this. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Thank you very much.
That was
awesome. Fernando, thank you so much. He makes me want to leave my job as a professor and be a promoter, right? Thank you so much. So now, are you wrapped up? Are you ready for our spoken word event? Right? Part 2 is the open forum for you all to express yourselves, right? So my students know what do I want you to do? Articulate, express yourself, right? So this is a forum for you to express how you feel about the recent events. We have 3 submissions who will perform today. Rebecca will be first, and then Brandon will give 2 of his own pieces of work. So please, everyone give us a round of applause for Rebecca.
Hello, how are you guys doing today? Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Stop. I don't like it at all. Cops are treating people disrespectful, putting people in jail for nothing. You get stopped because what is on the outside, what you are. The best people get stopped. The LGBTQ community gets it too. But stop and frisk is for black. But stop and frisk is for everybody. Cops at times could be nice.
Our second performance is Brandon Tinani. He's going to do two pieces of it, right?
The first piece I made, I call it I Think It's Crazy. And, well, you'll see about it. I think it's crazy that if I got shot by a cop, he wouldn't even serve time on the rock. I think it's crazy that if I lose my life to a person with a badge, he wouldn't even get a strike. I think it's crazy that we got kids dead, parents crying because their children caught it in the head or the side. Anywhere in the anatomy, we multiply, then we die no bye to our families. And the crazy thing's a man behind the badge, a father and a husband, a son, a brother, an uncle and a cousin, a nephew, that only few will step to and I stress through. Because our people lost each day, I can name at least 10 people that haven't seen 28, 25, they even get 20. I know they're laughing to themselves and the matter isn't funny and the judge is playing dummy. No indictment, a conviction, this can't be life I'm living. I think, nah, this is fiction. But the truth is, it's real life. Cops can pull a trigger and kill whenever they feel like. And that makes me feel like nothing can be done. I can't imagine what it's like losing a daughter or a son. I can't imagine what it's like taking that special someone. Officer, please don't shoot. My hands are up. That decision is a dumb one. I'm trying to make a difference how we see them and how they see us. We got out 150 years ago from slavery. Now free us.
Wow. That was good.
This is a loose production.
He's nice.
I've seen crazy things all through my life. I've seen people die by the gun and by the knife, more so the gun, cause the gun is more promising. Lately all the police brutality is prominent. I seen young brothers die laying on the floor. That's the first thing I saw when I was about 4. By the age of 5 I seen more bodies' eyes. In a year I seen crazy things and it's compromise in my sense of wrong and right. And the guns kept me up all along, all night. So by the time I was 8 years old, I seen so many things. My attitude was growing cold. So many brothers dead, mostly black and Latino. I start to think, like, what's life really mean? I had to keep going, had to live through this, wondering what kind of human can ever do this. About age 9, I was hanging in the park. It was summertime, and I heard a gun spark. Another police victim. They shot him across the street. The whole entire block is listening. They came here to kill their blocks are glistening. Now all the talk about race and justice, you don't cooperate, cause we don't trust it. Let me take you back a little 2013, March the day. You ended Lil Kimani's life. Yeah, it was you. 4 in the back, 2 in the front, another 2 in the side. Your mom was killed for walking where stepmom resides. Diallo. In 1999, 4 officers in street clothes approached Diallo, a West African immigrant with no criminal record on the street of his New York City building, firing 41 shots and striking him 19 times as he tried to escape. They said that they thought the 23-year-old had a gun. It was a wallet. The officers were all equipped with second-degree murder. Timothy Stansbury Jr., unarmed with no criminal record. 19-year-old Stansbury was killed in 2004 in a Brooklyn, New York jail. The officer who shot him said he was startled and fired by mistake. Police Commissioner Ray Kelly called his death a tragic incident that compels us to take an in-depth look at our tactics and training both new and veteran officers. The grand jury deemed it an accident. How many more accidents of unneeded violence can we take before stop for revolting? This has to stop. And it has to stop now, because if it keeps on coming, I don't know what's going to happen.
Does anyone want to come up? We have an open mic. Does anybody want to come up? A little freestyle? A little poem? A little spoken word? A little essay? Anyone? You have the floor. This is for you. No? Any questions for our artists? All right, so thank you for coming to the second Situated Ferguson event. I'm really happy to see so many faces. I hope that you all take advantage of the many, many events that are available to you all. Do you have a question? Okay. So you have time to mingle, right? And speak to our artists, Brandon, Rebecca, and Milton. Come see me afterward as well. Okay, thank you.